Hello, my name is Miranda Ely, and I'm here to talk about the buddy system. Here's my ABA guidelines for using the buddy system in a classroom. Okay, guideline number one. It's important to select a buddy for the autistic child who will work well with them. They should do well in school, be able to work independently with the child, be in similar social situations, and be liked by the child with autism. The key is for it to not be too much of an imposition for either child. So, of course, if the children don't get along well together, it's probably not going to work out. It's also really important to have a child that is able, for the buddy, that is able to still do his classwork and, still be doing well in school. You don't want it to be too imposing on either child. So it's just really important to find a really good buddy for your child is the first step. Next, you have to train the buddy. You can't just expect the buddy to know what they're doing, so it's going to take a little time. The buddy needs to know what he's supposed to be helping the other child with. You need to work with them on what the definition of the behavior is, or if it's several behaviors. He needs to know what behaviors to look for that you maybe want changing, also what behaviors to look for that means that the child is on task or doing something that you want him to do, so the buddy can encourage him. In the same token, you need to teach the buddy how to use positive reinforcement as well. They shouldn't always just be telling the student what not to do. They should be able to watch him and determine what is a behavior that the teacher or the parents or the therapist wants to see and encourage him. It can be a smile, a thumbs up, word of encouragement, really anything is positive reinforcement. We don't want the buddy to just correct the child. You need to start as early as possible with this. Peer-mediated strategies have been shown effective as early as preschool. So this is something that can start early, and if the child maybe needs a buddy later in life, then they'll already be used to this. It's been shown effective in preschool ages. Sometimes you might need a group for preschool ages. It might not just be one specific buddy, more of a group of children, because sometimes this can be rather labor intensive for the teacher. The teachers with preschoolers might not be able just to train the child and just have them go about their business as they would an older child. But since the preschoolers, this might need to be a group. The entire group can be changed together, and it just makes it easier on the teacher. This might seem like an obvious one, but it's important for the children just to sit near each other. If, one's on the other side of the room, some accommodations are going to need to be made there, because this will just sort of help to draw less attention by the other kids. And if they're right next to each other, if there just needs to be a tap on the desk. If the child, if their behavior that they're looking for is an off-task behavior, the intervention might just be for the buddy to tap his desk, or when he sees that he's on task, he might just need to give him a thumbs up. So to do that from across the room just isn't the best situation. You really have to just, maybe in the front, maybe in the back, just figure out what's best for the children and go with that. Lastly, you need to evaluate results often to make sure that the buddy is effectively working with the children. We know that children change all the time, and both children can change, not just the child with autism, but also the typically developing child can change too. They might start having trouble with their grades. They might start having some social issues or something. So, we're not just looking out for the child with autism, we're also looking out for their buddy. I believe that this is an effective intervention for social development. It has been shown in many research studies to be effective. It can increase communication skills, especially for preschoolers. It helps them with their play. It helps them with social interactions. There's a whole lot of really good reasons to use this, not the least of which is just logistical considerations. That means that this doesn't take a whole lot of money. You might need a therapist to come in, train a teacher, and then the teacher can train a child how to do it, and that's pretty much your only expense. You're not having to buy anything special. You're using something that you have in mass right there, which is a child to help another child. So I think the buddy system is very effective, and it should be implemented whenever it's possible with the child. If you look at the handouts that I've provided with this video, you'll see that this is not my own research. I've used other researchers, and they're all cited there because they have spent many years coming up with these results and deserve all the credit. I'm just here to talk about the benefits and just how easy it is to use the buddy system or peer-mediated strategies. And I'm okay with this presentation being used for future classes, although my cold might make me a little hard to understand. But thank you for your time.